typical Disc Priest is ramping up for another great tier. We're going to take a look at it in Mythic Plus and how this build works as we play around Premonition. So we're going to use Premonition of Insight to either spam shields on our parties before damage, spam penances on our allies, or even on enemies. You can really use the flexibility of this spell in a lot of different ways. Piety just increases our healing done, so any healing done that we do for the next 15 seconds is going to be redistributed if it gets overhealed, so a lot of healing ramping coming on during this moment. Premonition of Solace also just is another way to put a giant shield on our allies, on top of all the different ways that we are buffing all of our power word shields. Our power word shields are going to be shielding everyone, keeping them nice, safe, and topped up at almost any point in time. Our tier set, though, is actually very interesting. So the 2 set is going to add an additional spot heal, like a giant chunk heal, to the first bolt of Penance. So now it is more of like a shock heal followed by a couple more heals if you heal an ally, or it's a nice big AoE pop of healing if you're hitting an enemy with that Penance. On top of that, the 4 set makes all of our premonitions basically also give us 2 stacks of that cooldown reducing premonition. So now if I go to premonition, the shield one, and I penance an ally, I can then just penance again twice. So it's really cool. It allows for like a lot of machine gunning of very powerful abilities like penance, which is now buffed thanks to the 2 set. Now they did nerf the mana of this spec coming into the tier, but that's nothing that a little soup can't fix. So I've stocked up on some stone soups. I'm ready to blast. Let's get into the key. All right, we're jumping into this key. It's another Ecodome Eldani. I'm trying to get as many videos recorded in this dungeon while I can. It's only available for a week, so I want to get at least each healer done, at least one of their hero talent trees. That way we kind of have like a little controlled environment thing going. So that's why we're in Disc Priest today. Now this first pull is absolutely terrifying at the start and at the end, so I'm gonna let the tank get plenty of aggro, gonna get very deep into this pool, gonna move around a bit. And then now we should be fine to join the pool. Let's penance around. Pop fade. Spread around our dot. I'm going to PI. Oh my god, the hunter. I should have PI'd the hunter. 40 million DPS. Oh my gosh. That is so much. Let's go and put down barrier so as things die, we get that dot. We should be fine to live through it. Oh my goodness. What on earth, dude? That DPS, what is that? Phantom Pain. I'm having Phantom Pains as well. That was filthy. Ah, and I didn't even PI him. Okay, now we know. AoE packs, PI the Hunter. Now we know. Let's go ahead and shield the Hunter. We really want our shields available for when someone gets marked by the line. So let's try to ramp up our shields. So what we're going to do is we're going to Radiance and then Penance. And then shield. And the Radiance makes our penance hit more. The penance makes our shield more. So it's a really good little three punch combo, I guess. Ooh, okay, we are in an 11. They had it advertised as a 12. So we aren't going to get to see what this is like in a 12, but still 11. On the PTR, like the balancing between the key levels is like it matters a lot less than on live, because the PTR, the way it scales is just differently. Like it scales your gear and everything. But so far, I mean, you're already seeing this is so smooth as a Disc Priest. Being able to shield them before the damage is just like an exceptional way to heal. Because you're just not, you don't see that damage anyways. You don't have to heal back damage no one takes. So a very good way to heal. Ooh, okay. We are kind of like, we're not full on mana coming into this fight, which is important to note because they did nerf Disc Priest mana coming into this tier. And a lot of people were saying, oh, that's not going to mean anything. Like, that's never going to matter. But, I mean, so far, like, I have been noticing these changes in my testing. The Disc Priest mana bar actually kind of matters nowadays. So before these bosses, we're going to hope to get a few sips and drink a little bit of stone soup. Okay, hold on. Now that I say that, do you drink stone soup or do you eat stone soup? I guess you would eat stone soup, but do you drink soup normally? Anyway, sorry, side tangent over. Yeah, so far this dungeon is going very easily. Let's do a Holy Nova as these ads come out. I guess I can move over here and try to get some of these ads with my Psychic Scream. Let's go ahead and penance that guy. I'm going to go ahead and evangelism here. Let's penance the boss. Okay, our shaman is in that puddle of damage. I don't know why. Let's premonition because it's our healing one. So it'll make us do more healing, but also we get those free stacks of the premonition of insight. And it makes our radiance instant cast. The next radiance you cast after pressing premonition is instant, so it really helps on moments where you're having to move in as you do the healing. Let's put a shield out. Let's go and pin it so we charge up our next shield. But now we're just doing as much damage as we can. Go ahead and make sure that we're flash healing often enough. Because flash heal, whenever we flash heal someone else, I have a talent, or Disc Priest, I guess, have a talent, where that flash heal is mimicked on yourself. And then there's a talent where whenever you flash heal yourself, you get 10% mitigation. So I'm trying to weave in flash heals left and right just to make sure I maintain that buff, the 10% damage mitigation, because you can literally have 100% uptime on a 10% mitigation, which is pretty filthy, pretty filthy. Oh, I broke my stone soup drink. Let's drink a little bit of that before we move in, because these next few pools do get a little scary, especially these Sentinel pools coming up. So I'm excited to see how we can do with that, because they do require you to move a lot during big bursts of single target damage, which this spec should thrive in. I guess we're going to see the true strength of the 2 set of Disc Priest here, where that initial bolt of penance will hit 200% more effectively. So a giant smack heal with our penance bolts. I should not have aggro. This is another pool where you got to be careful about hitting, because they jump in and they'll jump at you if you hit them too early. Let's go and paints up the tank, and let's go and penance them as well. I can dispel that. Ooh, let's pop our defensive. We have our premonition of shielding lined up, so I'm saving that a little bit here. Okay, we didn't end up needing it. That's great. So on the Sentinel pool, whenever we pull the next Sentinel, I can pop Premonition, and then my next spot heal will also come with the free giant shield. So very good. Oh, and I also have to remember that it does also come with 2 stacks of the Premonition. So let's go ahead and pop that, and let's Penance. Then we can Penance again for damage. Penance again. Very cool. And now we just have free haste from our 4 set. So every time that you consume those stacks of your cooldown reduction premonition, which you get for free from the 4 set, you gain a little stack of haste. It's not that crazy. It's nothing crazy, but it really helps make you feel fluid throughout a pool if you have to premonition early. I am going to premonition again because I need that instant cast Radiance. Then we can just really bolt people down with penance. So we're using those free charges of insight to spread around penance. We're also coming up to a pretty big pool, so I am going to PI the Hunter coming ahead. Shield the tank. It is very nice having this talent here where your shields are more effective on yourself. Because like there are some downtimes where you just need to press shield to keep it on cooldown because it's such a powerful effect, and you don't really have a good target other than like yourself in the tank, but it allows you to be a good little filler target for your shields, which is really nice because it just adds to your survivability. Oh, tank, don't chase me. We're gonna PI the Hunter because he is going crazy. It's nothing like that first pool, but hey, it doesn't always need to be that crazy. I am going to Premonition, spam some shields around, get that haste going, and boom. Yeah, Premonition of Insight, the one that gives you your cooldowns back, is very, very strong on big like single target damages like these puddles. So these puddles will spawn under a player, and they just do a very instant smack of damage when they tick. So it's really nice to be able to spam around shields during that Sentinel pool and like alleviate the biggest, scariest mechanic. And, you know, on top of that, we're alleviating the other mechanic of having to move out of the frontal because I can cast shields while moving. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. One spell I haven't pressed yet is Uppies or Ultimate Penitence. Ultimate Penitence. Um, Very powerful cooldown, but it's also gotten buffed coming into the season. And I definitely do think the buff is warranted, so I'm excited once we get to this next boss. I'm going to use it once we get trapped in the cages with the bad guys. I'm excited to see if it can heal through that, because it is one of the more like disappointing cooldowns across the board. Like it behaves like it should be this amazing, like huge healing, but then you see how much healing it's doing, and it's really not that much. So hopefully we can see it just like plow through that mechanic. Okay, I was about to say, is the boss not spawning? But yeah, we still have this pack over here that we have to kill. Also gonna like move in to the left over here so that I can set up for the next pool. Because I don't want to pull the boss, basically. Keep these power word shields flowing, because they do give us a little bit of mana back, and they do reflect a little bit of damage. So if I can, I'm putting it on the tank. Alright, keep those flowing. This spec, by the way, if you're looking at the damage charts, like where's the damage, Oracle Disc Priest is not super powerful because of the damage it does. It is not like meta in Season 2 because of how much damage it does. That's just not what brought it to the meta spotlight. What brings it to into the meta is the fact that it can like help mitigate a lot of damage or effectively extend your health bar further than it otherwise would be with another healer. So if you're looking at the damage, like where's all the damage, this hero talent tree admittedly just does not do a lot of damage. Okay, our shaman asked if he could get PI during Ascendance. We're going to do that on single target for sure. Let's go ahead and fade this. And I said I would uppies. Let's uppies this first one and see if it's enough. That is really nice because it does give us a lot of damage there. Shield there. This boss is a lot of damage, so if we can heal through this, we're good. I also need to be better about pain supping that claws on the tank, because that claw is a big smack. Move, move, move. Let's Premonition, the one of healing. It also gives us charges of our instant cast spell, or our reduced cooldown spells. Whew. Okay, let's go into Evangelism as well. I'm going to fade. Okay, I don't have PI for this phase, but usually this is a good PI moment because there's two of them. You can cleave, you can get some good damage on the boss here, and it's pretty big downtime. But as a healer, like when I play healing priests, I like to use my... Oh, that's a late lust. I like to use my PIs selfishly, so I try to use my PIs at moments where I definitely need the healing more than I care about my DPS's DPS, and I know that like in higher end keys, if I was like a key pusher on my Disc Priest, I would definitely want to line up my PIs with other people's big DPS cooldowns, but really that's like secondary in terms of what I care about in terms of PI. Going to shield there, penance here. Let's go and get a Radiance out. Ooh, Hunter. Gotta hit the boss with that, buddy. Let's Mind Blast the boss. Shield the tank. I do have Fade ready. Oh god, I don't have my defensive. I pop Premonition. It's the one that shields, but it also gives us a way to spam around these shield or power word shields. Ooh, very nice. Okay, we slammed that boss. Honestly, 0 deaths on that boss is really nice. That boss is scary. Especially because it looked like we didn't even handle the mechanics of that boss perfectly. So it's good to see that we like wrecked that boss. Absolutely wrecked it. Come on, mage, don't disconnect, please. Please don't pull a PTR, please. I believe, okay, the mage is moving. We're good. We are good. We have ourselves a video, guys. This is not a drill. We have ourselves a video. So far, I mean, you can just see the fact that we can just like spam shields around is just a great filler. Like imagine if every other healer, like picture what healer you main. Imagine if its filler spell was just like, hey, put a big shield on someone. Imagine how much safer everyone would be. That'd be so nice. Now let's pop Fade. And then just put a giant shield on myself, because why not? I was purposefully letting that debuff fade, because I wanted to see what it did at the end of its duration. I wanted to see if it does like a big pop, because I haven't really let it go off yet in my testing. And no, we were safe. We were good. So I PI'd the Hunter, which is funny. So before this key started, the Shaman messaged me and said, like, hey, can you PI me whenever I Ascendance? And I don't know, maybe it's just like my rebellious side, but I don't want to PI someone if they message me. I would have just PI'd him regardless because he's a shaman, and shamans always tend to crank. Dang, 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 dang. I let that guy die. And here comes the ritual. Like, I would have PI'd him regardless, to be honest. But it's just the act that the fact that he asked for it kind of is like, I don't want to reward asking for PI as soon as someone joins a group. That to me is kind of cringe. Although it is very petty what I'm doing, which is also very cringe. I get that. Trust me, I get that. But you know what? Be the change you want to see in this world. I don't want to see every DPS messaging for PI. I don't know. That's just me. Also, this Hunter came out and did legitimately 50 million DPS on the first pack. So, okay, the tank pulled that. So why would I not PI the tank? You know what I mean? I feel like that's a pretty big given. Oh. Oh, Hunter, live, buddy. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are premonitioning for sure. Paints up the tank. It's going uppies. Go, 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 blast. Do the damage. Do the healing. Okay, let's enter our Mindbender. Oh, speaking of Mindbender, or Shadow Fiend, whatever it's called, I am very excited to test out Void Weaver. I definitely don't think it's going to be what it was in War Within Season 1, but I do expect it to do a lot of damage, which, I mean, hey, is kind of like, it is a niche in itself. Can it compete with Oracle? I just don't think so. I think Oracle is just doing a different thing than all the other healers right now. And the volatility, like how explosive the incoming damage is on your party, really rewards builds that are built around shielding. Like it just, or mitigating, I should say. That's just, it's just true, you know? So I don't think Void Weaver is going to be able to really, what's the word, compete? Let's go ahead and PI the, oh no, the Mage tab targeted. Been there, buddy. Been there. But we're PIing the Hunter because, like I said, he does insane damage. But yeah, I just don't know if Void Weaver... It can be really good. Like, it can do a lot of damage. But is that going to bring it back in line with being able to shield for a ton? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. So that's going to be one of the next healers that I test in this little mini-series of testing all the healers for Season 3. I have been... I hope that you guys have been... picking up on this, but I have been playing healers that you guys ask me to test in the order that you guys asked me to test them. So definitely feel free to comment down below. And even if you think, oh, he's not going to see this comment, he's not going to do it, like he's not going to try the healer that I recommend, trust me, I've been playing healers that only one person comments. So if one person comments the healer they want to see next or they want to see tested, odds are I'm going to do that one next or coming up soon. So definitely feel free to comment that down below because, like I said, I pay attention to that and I'm trying to give you guys what you want to see, you know. If y'all don't really care to see X or Y healer, then I'll give you Z healer, you know. So definitely comment that down below because someone on my Twitch stream actually requested that I play Oracle Disc Priest because they're curious how it's going to transition from Season 2. Okay, I need to paint up the tank immediately because I think someone butt pulled. I don't think they got the memo that we were trying to hug that wall and skip this pack here. Dude, that Hunter's DPS, it's insane, man. It is insane. Woo! 24 million is crazy. Yeah. Hunter looks good. Hunter looks good next tier. What is Phantom Pain? That's got to be from a hero tree or maybe from the tier set. I haven't seen that damage source yet, but maybe I'm just like out of touch with what Hunters are doing. I'm going to refort buff while I think about it. And I will say one big change coming into this season was the mana nerfs of Disc Priest. And I have been feeling them. I feel like I've actually had to Drink for mana, which I normally do. I'm so stupid. I should have just ignored the affix. We don't have a B-res. I am so stupid. Come on, team. Live. We're at the end of the dungeon. I have not been this stupid yet. Please reward my stupidity. I legit just wasn't healing through a heal check there. That is on me. Look. Everyone makes mistakes, I guess. I tend to make a lot of them. I really do. No, the team is crumbling. Live. I'm on my way. I'm so sorry. I just flat let them die. Or I guess I flat let myself die, which led to letting them die. I'm here, tank. I'm here. I'm sorry. I went for the affix when I should have been healing. Ah, okay. We're back. We're back. Just shake it off. Shake it off. This pull's still going to be pretty hard with 4 of these guys. Because the really hard enemies didn't even die. But now we get take 2 of this. I am so sorry about that. I legit wasn't healing. And I was looking at the affix, and I looked down, we're all dead. Well, I'm dead. But that's okay. That is okay. Ooh, we only killed 1 enemy there, too. I just need to pay attention. Pay attention. I'm also still getting I am getting used to these mechanics. So it does take a little bit of practice, take some time. Alright, see, that was much smoother because I'm actually pressing my healing buttons. So much smoother. Let's kill this spirit. Now I can deal with the affix. But yeah, once again, very excited to test Void Weaver. And you know what? You know what healer I might do next? I think tomorrow's video is going to be Resto Druid. If you have not seen, Resto Druid is pretty hype. Now, y'all know me, I prefer Keeper of the Grove currently. I love cat weaving, but I just prefer Keeper of the Grove. Let's get ready. Let's pop Premonition and just spam penances into the enemies. Because why not? But I love Keeper of the Grove, and that tier set looks sweet. So yeah, I'll definitely be testing that next. But I still... I'm just so excited to test everything. I think next season's going to be so sick for us healers. Like, I don't think there's been a dud tier set yet. Maybe other than Totemic, but that's just because Totemic set the bar so high for itself and how fun it is to play. And the tier set, to me, is like it's dropped the ball, kind of. Okay, so we're waiting, what is that, 19 seconds for Bloodlust? Woo, last boss time. Let's see if our lack of mobility can be enough to run around and collect our people. I'm also excited to see this final breakdown, especially, I kind of want to look at the Hunter's breakdown, dude. This damage has been insane. But I will PI the Shaman here, just because I feel bad. I haven't really PI'd him yet. Let's go ahead and Radiance, just to have Atonements applied, and we can just spam damage around. Let's PI the Shaman, and let's go get our thing. I don't have my Feather macro. Oh, Mage got hit. I don't have my Feather macro lined up, but normally I have a Feather macro made. Okay, so this boss just got like infinitely harder. Okay, we got it. The Hunter did not get his clone. So yeah, as one of you guys pointed out in the comments of the last video, if people don't get their clone, they get a dot on them, and it's a pretty scary dot, so hopefully everyone gets that. We're going to pop Fade. Pretty nice. Okay, here's the frontal phase. We're going to get this one and then run back for this one just cause. Okay, I missed one. I guess you have to get the one in the frontal first, maybe? But now I have that big dot on me, so I am going to pop a defensive and Fade. I'm going to stack defensives here. So we have so much mitigation on ourselves. Come on, Radiance. Okay, okay, we live. Live to see another day. I will say the atonement healing is really low here. Really, really low. Oof.
My power is transcendent. Shared in it.
Go ahead and pop Fade. I probably should ignore the affix. That is not what I should be focusing on right now. I'm going to go ahead and pop uppies here, just for that big self shield. Can I collect this while I'm up here? No, I could not. That's pretty annoying. Hey, I'm glad I did that then for science, right? Also, I'm noticing our health bar. Oh, did I not pick it up? Run! Okay. Whew. Always so nerve-wracking trying not to get hit by the line. Okay, no, everyone got their clone, so it was a lot cleaner. Let's go ahead and collect the feather, because once again my macro is broken. Get this one. I'm gonna premonition. Pop radiance. This is the healing premonition. Let's flash heal, flash heal. Alright, looks like our hunter is not picking theirs up. We're gonna paint up the tank. And I'm gonna fade. We can pop barrier 2, because the boss is about to be dead. We did have to 4-man this boss, but that's okay. I had a mistake on the last pool. A very big detrimental wipe-causing mistake. One person died on the boss. There's nothing wrong with that. It's PTR. I think people get so upset about these deaths and wipes on PTR, and to me, it's a little cringe. Okay, we still need 15%, though. We are very behind on percent. Hopefully no one leaves. Hopefully we complete the dungeon. Okay, let's get some mana back. Yeah, okay, good. No, 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 no. Don't port. We still have 15%. Go, go, go. Don't port out. Mage, you didn't finish the dungeon. What are you doing? No. I mean, loot doesn't matter. I guess this guy just wanted to see the boss mechanics, but to me that's cringe. We're testing the dungeon, testing routes and stuff, but also this Demon Hunter left 15% behind. It is pretty excessive. But cringe, mage, cringe. Aha, that's why I didn't PI him all dungeon. Whoa, there goes the shaman. There's the ritual. Oh, there goes the shaman for real this time. Okay. Do we 3-man this or do we call it? I think we just call it. Should I just stand in the line? Yeah, I think we just call it. Okay. We can go ahead and, I guess, take a look at the breakdown. I think the tank is also letting himself die. Let's stand in the line. Yeah, the tank's letting himself die. That's a fan death. Okay, let's release. And let's take a look at the overall breakdown of our healing, of our damage. Let's see if it looks a lot like it did on PTR. So starting off with damage, Shadow Word Pain doing most of the damage. Shadow Word Death kind of a little bit low. I guess I wasn't pressing that enough. Ultimate Penance though, Penitence, I am seeing that damage buff come in, which is pretty nice because I barely pressed that all dungeon and it's good. But overall, like I said, the damage of Oracle Disc Priest is not really the draw to this spec. It's really the safety it brings. Although these Penance Bolts hitting harder probably did add up to a good chunk of this overall damage, which is pretty nice. But moving on to what actually matters is the healing. I'm really curious how much more healing Penance did. Okay, Penance being top 3 by a good margin is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Atonement is starting to get caught up to by the other sources, but yeah, my shields are high. I feel like shield should be a little bit higher, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like shield should be the #1 source. That is interesting. Maybe it's because we're doing a little bit more atonement healing with those damaging penances, I'm thinking. So I don't know, but I feel like Power Word Shield should be significantly higher. Not significantly, but it should be up there with atonement, in my opinion. But penance, honestly, doing so much damage, so much healing. This build still has what it takes. Even though we didn't technically complete the dungeon, we can't really help that if people leave the group. Overall, oh, I said I was going to look at this Hunter's damage. 7 million DPS, Phantom Pain. Overall, I mean, Oracle Disc Priest still looks fantastic. I will say that it kind of does rely on how the shields scale into the next tier. But so far, what we're seeing in this dungeon is they do perform very well, and they're really good versus the sources of damage that we've seen thus far in the season. So I'm very excited to see how this spec develops. You know, are they going to get nerfed? Are they going to get reworked or tweaked into different directions? I don't know, but I really hope that they do kind of take a look at it and just spice it up a bit. I don't care if they nerf it. I honestly don't even care if they buff it by spicing it up. I just want to see it change a little bit because I do think it's a little stagnant and feels very much like what it was doing in last tier. Like, they didn't make it new. Like the tier set doesn't make it feel new and revitalized and like a new fresh spec. It just feels like 11.1.7 2.0. You know what I mean? But overall, the spec still has what it got, or has what it's got, has what it's got, has what it takes. I think has what it takes. But yeah, overall, not much to say. We just shielded people, we kept them alive, and did a little bit of atonement healing on top of that. Penance was slamming. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like me showcasing these healers, make sure and hit the like button on your way out. Make sure that you're subscribed because I will be making guides on all of the healers if I can get to them, but so many guides on the dungeons, the healers, how to heal, and all these things coming for 11.2. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it when it goes live. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure and comment below which healer you want to see next. Take care, guys.